Okay.
Hold on, I need to
Alright.
take a sip.
Take a fucking sip, babe.
Mmm.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. I think the time has come that we, as a commentary channel, make a video about one of the polls.
I kind of forget that Jake and Logan Paul aren't the same person. Like, they're constantly doing so much immoral and like unforgivable stuff. That it's really easy to merge them into like the same person.
It's actually like quite interesting how much backlash he got from like the rat thing. It seems so like irrelevant, like it's only rats, and so many people think that he doesn't deserve that. I've noticed that in I watched his case video while I was in school on Friday, and there has
Perfect.
shut up, and, and there has been a lot of people saying uh, stuff like it's a rat and it's a dead rat. Why are people making big ass deal about it? But I think people are missing the point. You feel
I feel you.
it's not the fact that he tastes a rat, but it's the fact that how out of touch with reality he is. I like this.
Yeah.
When I was doing research for this video, I went on Twitter, and first I went on Tumblr, and have you seen? I told you the like if you type Logan Paul on Tumblr, like what the suggested searches come up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
They're perfect.
so then I went.
It really sums up Tumblr's thoughts about Logan Paul. Like generally the internet and their attitude towards him, I think.
Oh yeah. So now then I went to Twitter, and I liked this tweet by Gang Thoughts. It sums up everything pretty well. He was saying that, oh, they were saying, it changed my mind. Logan Paul is a sociopath. After showing a dead body in the forest, he should have been walking on eggshells and been smarter. But instead, within 2 videos of his comeback, he tases a dead rat and makes a game out of it.
Yeah. Like, it's funny because we've seen this type of comedy before in Filthy Frank's video Rat Chef.
CPR! CPR! Medic! Medic!
But here's the thing, right? Filthy Frank didn't get any backlash because he's targeting that type of content to a specific audience who he knows won't be offended or like have their actions affected by it.
Yeah.
So Logan Paul, however, knows that his audience are children and should obviously know that children are very impressionable. So he should be like really careful with the type of content he puts out, which I think is why he got so much backlash. Because he's sadly like an idol to a lot of young people.
Everyone has a hero.
True.
0 people shouldn't have a hero. Logan is my hero. He is really nice. So I went and made a song about him twice.
So he shouldn't be desensitizing them to cruel or obscene things like that.
And Super Nanny, okay, now shut the fuck up and don't judge me for watching this British show. Okay, so in Super Nanny, Joe Frost said it is one thing to warn the children that they're. She's basically, I don't think I explained, but she's basically a nanny, and she helps to like discipline like disobedient children. Like I mean, children who are just absolutely like insane. You
Yeah,
feel?
just a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So she said that it is one thing to like give a warning or like say to the child that their actions will have consequences, and it is more difficult to stick to the actual punishment. So I think it's like a pretty good comparison to YouTube being this father figure, this parent figure, and Logan Paul being this obedient child. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they always say like they're gonna do stuff and then they don't. You know? Like a bit of a child, he doesn't learn from his mistakes. Like, he obviously fucked up big time and then went straight back to making shit content.
That's actually like the fact that he didn't learn from his mistakes makes me more confused. Like, you don't have to be a genius to understand that we as humans we like being complimented and rewarded for the stuff we do. It's like simple psychology.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm having a hard time understanding like why he wants people to hate him on purpose.
It's a form of self-hatred.
Yeah, he might be an absolute asshole, but he's not stupid. Like he understands that he does some dumb shit and he's gonna be hated for, but he still does it. Like, I don't understand. The only
Yeah.
logical explanation is that he's actually mentally sick. And I don't mean it as a meme, like, oh, you know, Logan Paul retarded and some shit like that, you know.
If you did say it, you wouldn't be the first person to say it.
Yeah, so because humans have this thing called like moral compass. It's I understand it's more complicated than that, and like we don't actually have an actual compass inside of us. That would be stupid. But basically,
Yeah.
Because we are social animals, right? We can feel when we're doing something wrong. We can feel awkward because of like our socializing thing. So, but you know who doesn't have like any moral understanding on any moral compass?
Who would that be?
Sociopaths and psychopaths. I do like genuinely think that Logan needs like a therapist or a professional help because he's having a hard time understanding what's right and what's wrong. It would be stupid to do this on purpose, you feel?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I agree with you. Like, there's an extent, and he's crossed it, definitely.
Like, just going back to the tweet, like, he should be walking on eggshells. If he's smart, and I believe he's smart, and he should be, like, very careful about what he says. And, like, if I was him, I would stay, like, under the radar for, like, a couple of months till the, like, you know, the forest thing. People forget about the forest thing. But, like, 2 videos in, he's already fucking up.
Okay, so, like, Pyro has pointed out that there's, like, a list somewhere of all the things that make a psychopath.
I'm pretty sure Tekrax is a serial killer in the making. There's a list somewhere about serial killers, one of them being torturing small animals for fun. Yeah, he definitely ticks that box.
And ultimately, like, having no sympathy is what they all point to. So, like, the fact that he has shown multiple times, so with, like, the forest video and now, like, the harm to dead small animals in the new video, it really, like, amplifies the point that he's not a good human being. No Fuckers made a good video about how Logan pretended to take a big hiatus and take time off to grieve and reflect, which I think would have been a really good way to earn back respect and show that he was a decent human being. But he was actually recording for his channel in that time, and like he went skydiving, like all sorts of crazy shit.
Video, multiple times he says that he actually recorded vlogs before.
We are being threatened to be sued for $4 million. That's a vlog for another day. So many vlogs for I almost fucking died skydiving. It's not a PR stunt. Literally, my main parachute didn't open. You're gonna hate me for this, Logan. I'm gonna save that vlog for another day too.
He didn't actually take a break. He didn't actually do shit. Logan Paul is acting as if this whole suicide thing made him think, and he was just stuck in his roommate for like 24/7 and just thinking, what the fuck did I do with my life? Well, that's not the case, because apparently he has been recording vlogs of himself like jumping off parachutes and I don't know, fucking whores. And
like in his new video, he did a bit of humble bragging too.
What you mean disgrace, boy? I took a break. Besides, I'm still lit as fuck. What other YouTuber you know can take a 3-week break and still gain 1 million subscribers? Boy, you lucky I don't come up there and beat the fuck up. Alright, he can punch. He can punch. Alright.
It shows the fact that he didn't actually care, and he took that break for the sake of his image, not to like actually grieve.
Pyro pointed out in his new ASOT that Logan Paul added the tag Suicide Forest to his video because like he's fully aware that huge crisis is getting him views and attention.
That is just like sickening. I want to say about the tags that the Suicide Forest tags are still a way of him profiting off the same thing. I think everybody who has Twitter already aware of the fact that YouTube is, I know those like combat games when you fight
Oh yeah.
and then the HP goes very low, and it just voice says "finish him." Basically, YouTube is doing. So, I can talk about his money. Like, I'm sure he has a lot of money. Like, I'm just look at his mansion. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, his fucking house. I was saying to you yesterday, like, I genuinely think you could like have a school in that house.
With all the classrooms.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's big enough for sure.
I remember I watched his like 2017 video. Like he did like at the end of the year, he did a video where he like bragged about everything he bought, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now when you think about it, he lost his ads on YouTube, right?
Yes.
He's being threatened to be sued by a Maverick branding. It's like
Yeah.
he's losing all his like ways of income.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually really happy for that because, like,
you're a horrible human being, Jesus.
No. I think like he's profited off of like all this drama and all of this like terrible shit. And like I think it was in his new video, he basically said like, oh, YouTube took away my ad revenue or like cut it in half or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said to buy my merch and then they cut it entirely. Like, I'm so happy for that. Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy how much he had in 2017, and like
It's all being taken away now.
oh hell yeah, 2018 is a good year, okay?
Oh, hell yeah. So he had the chance to get the internet to stop calling him out and for him to come across as a decent person. So like he did make a decent and like apologetic video, and he did dedicate a video to learning about mental health and suicide, which is what everybody wanted him to do, and we can't really criticize him for. Then he went straight back to memeing, basically. He should be well aware what he did was wrong, and if he hadn't learned anything, he should have expected this, but he decides to make fun of his own shit situation.
I just saw like someone tweeting something. Wait,
Same.
Logan said, "Yo, Logang, no vlog today. I love you. Get your merch." And then like Austin replied saying, "Ah, yes, Logan Paul's first response to being branded a complete sociopath, and YouTube making big statement, buy merch." Oh man.
Jesus. There's so many things to say and criticize him for, but like, I don't know, it just gets to a point where you're like, he did it again, really? And like, it's fucking crazy.
There's another comment on, actually not on YouTube and not on Twitter, but on the article that I've read about Logan Paul. And basically there's a lot of like stuff going on. I'll send you the screenshot so you can add it. But I like this comment by Black Dude. He seems like a cool guy. He seems like a cool guy. And this is basically what we said, that he needs therapy. The kid is a sociopath, and he's only creating more sociopaths with the impressionable children who watch him and will mimic what he does.
That's actually perfectly sums up what we said.
Yeah.
Like, that's perfect.
Like, the funniest thing is that I was planning to make a different video about Logan Paul, because I didn't think the rat situation would blown up so much. The idea I had for a video was a bit different, because I would have addressed it, not that he disrespects animals. I mean, he has no respect for a suicide victim. Why would he respect dead animals? That's duh.
Yeah.
But I was actually like collecting information about the diseases that you can get from dead animals, and like how he turns it into a joke. And basically, who says like a 9-year-old kid, part of Logang, dab on the meters,
yeah,
won't go outside and find a dead animal and play with it? Because
yeah, exactly.
Because his idol did that.
Yeah, like, kids are so impressionable, and they'll do whatever they see on the internet, you know.
Yes.
So
So the
he
main
needs to be way more careful.
yeah. The main point is that he should be aware of his audience.
Definitely.
Oh man. So okay, we'll finish off this video with the roasting hand of Pyrocynical.
Perfect.
So this should be painless. All you feel is a pinch in your spine. Or the place where the rows of bones were before you went and had a good time. Devil has so many faces, never know which one he's hiding behind. So the two of you take up your clothes, tell each other the sweetest lies.